Good day, folks. More active weather is heading towards Washington State. We're going to get a little bit of rain tonight into Friday. And then this weekend, we have a bit more of a potent system coming with lots of rain, some high elevation snow, and it'll be a little bit breezy on Sunday with a chance of thunderstorms. And then it looks like the storm train is really going to kick on possibly as we head into next weekend into the early parts of next week. So hopping into it, Thursday looks mostly dry with the exception of heading into this evening, and then tomorrow there's going to be some residual showers around. And heading into Saturday, we have this cold front that's going to be approaching the coast. It should start raining on the northwest Washington coast by about 4 or 5 p.m. and overspread the rest of western Washington later into the evening. And that'll bring a decent amount of rainfall to the western portions of the Olympics and the Cascades, and also portions of the lowlands, with the exception of the classic rain shadow area. Have this surface low that's going to be weakening going over Vancouver Island, and there's going to be some instability around on Sunday. There could be some interesting cold core-esque thunderstorms that could present some thunder potential and small hail potential. But one thing that's really interesting is heading into next weekend, it's looking like we're going to start getting a lot more active with system after system potentially coming. We're looking way off into the future here right now. But it is interesting to note that the Climate Prediction Center has put out this article right here that it appears there's a higher chance of an atmospheric river event on the western coast of the U.S. during late October. Strong mid-level troughing over the northeast Pacific favors the development of an atmospheric river, bringing periods of rain and high winds along the Pacific coast. This is for the time period between October 23rd through 27th. And if you look closely at this graphic here, they have a moderate risk of high winds along the coast, moderate risk of precipitation in this whole entire area here, moderate risk of heavy snow in the Cascade Mountain Range. So active weather coming up. A higher chance, 60 to 70% chance of above normal precipitation for that time period. So there's a lot of details to be worked out, but what this does mean is storm-chasable weather is approaching. So I'm going to click this off here. And part of the reason for this is because the jet stream is really getting ramped up. Check this thing out. Just points right towards the Pacific Northwest, and boom, that look right there, right around Saturday, October 25th and 26th. We're going to want to keep an eye on this. When we have the jet stream pointed right at Northern California like that, and then kind of curling up, that's kind of a classic look for windstorms around here. But this is 10 days out, so going to have to really... a lot of things are going to change. And there will be atmospheric river potential with these storms, but exactly where the atmospheric river is going to end up going, it could go anywhere from British Columbia down to portions of California. But I would say there's a decent chance that Washington gets in on the action. The most recent GFS run has an atmospheric river possibly beginning on Wednesday night, heading through the day on Thursday into Friday morning. But if we look at the European model, it sends that atmospheric river way north into British Columbia. So we'll just have to keep an eye out for exactly where these atmospheric rivers end up. This should be an interesting system here on the weekend. If you're interested in thunderstorms, like I said, this is going to have some thunder potential. Looking at the most unstable cape here, the last several runs had some decent instability in western Washington. You can see here there's going to be some instability around, and let's just go ahead and pull a sounding for right there near Skagit County and Snohomish County. About 480 surface cape, little bit of 3 cape, and some turning with height. So yeah, some of these showers could become robust and possibly have lightning. There could be some small scale rotation for a little while on some of these as well. So be keeping an eye out for that on Sunday. All right, folks, short update today. Just wanted to kind of highlight the upcoming active pattern, but I'll probably do some more videos when I have more time this week.